Hey guys, Adam here at DirectionTrader.com. Let's do our recap and then talk about what I see going into tomorrow. So, if you go back to last night's video, we talked a lot about these indexes and the markets just need to take a little break. On the right here, we have a daily chart of the S&P. Basically, it looks like we had a nice big push down here, but that was something we opened up. We opened up down in here. A little bit bearish here this morning. We had a little bit of a push down early on, but really not a lot of follow through here. Let me go back and let's, on the left side here, I actually have an anchor chart here, a 1600 tick anchor chart. Let me just make that a 15-minute chart so we can see it here a little bit better. And let's talk about what really happened today. Where was the open here? The open was right about here. So this was the open of the day today. Right in here, this is that open here, and then the trading room here. We only went until 11 o'clock, and that was right here. There wasn't a lot. We had a little bit of a pop up here, but the reason I didn't get trading, if remember the trading room today, we didn't really take any trading opportunities. Basically, we sat on our hands most of the day because the market did not want to move. I came in with a game plan this morning. Basically, being patient to the upside. If we could get up above that previous day's low, that's that line right there, previous day's low, then we should have a little bit of room to trade to the upside here. Remember yesterday I talked about trading inside of yesterday's bar here, getting a little bit of a pop to the upside or having a consolidation day. Sure enough, we ended up consolidating here for the most part. If you look here at the indexes, we really didn't have a big range, didn't have a big day here that really got us enthusiastic here about trading. After a big down day like yesterday, pretty much just kind of pause here, guys. We had the early sell-off here, but that was pre-market. By the time we opened up, which was right here, we bounced down, we tested some resistance, we popped up, tested some resistance, jolted our way down, and then we went into lunch. So not a lot of activity here on the S&P. Moving forward, if we can go ahead and see some drop going into tomorrow, we can see some more selling going on into tomorrow morning. I'll look to sell this thing. We're down below all the moving averages here on a daily chart. Any type of selling, I'm going to look to sell. But I would not be surprised if we get a little bit of a pop up into the midsection of this sell-off. That's a very common thing to see here after a big down move here. At least a pop back up before actually getting any more aggressive selling opportunity. But after today's price activity, I would call this a little bit of a pause. I would look for both. So if we do get a pop up here, look to test the mid-range here, and then I'll look to short. If we come in tomorrow, we start shorting, and we have bearish internals down below with the VIX, the tick, the advanced decline, the net issues, everything's bearish, I'll go ahead and look to short here. So I want to quickly show you the Russell here because the Russell was the fun one that we had yesterday. Big drop here in the Russell. As you see here, 15-minute chart. We didn't do much, guys. This morning, this is the price activity we had this morning. Not much to go off of there in the room. So we stayed pretty quiet here. We had a little pause. Going into tomorrow, the same thing as I just said in the S&P. If we can get a retracement up into yesterday's bar, then start to look for some type of reversal pattern intraday and then look to short it. But once again, if we come out tomorrow with some selling pressure, I'll be a little bit more bearish on the S&P because they're down below their moving average. As you see here, we're still dealing with that 50 EMA here on the Russell daily chart. But especially if we get down below that. I am now one directional here on these markets. So I'm still kind of, had that big question mark going on here in the daily charts and the stock index futures because A, we didn't get a pop up yet, and B, we never really sold off. So what does this market want to do? We definitely got our pause. That's exactly what we were looking for. Remember yesterday we talked about that big down day, looking for one of two things, either a pullback or a pause. If it pauses and starts to sell, you will get a pretty good size sell-off from here, much more than you would get if you got a pullback and a drop. So if we start selling tomorrow, no matter what, I'm going to look to jump on board and look to short this thing back to the downside. Any pop-up, that would be fine. That's much to be expected, but then I will be looking to fade this after that. So that's it here on the indexes. Let's pop over here to the crude. Here's the crude market. Daily chart, guys. We've been watching these lows here like a hawk. We wanted to short. We never ever got a shorting opportunity. So what have we said? If we're not able to get a short, meaning get down below that previous day's lows, look for this thing to bounce up towards its daily resistance. So here we are today. We tested this level. We came off it really hard early this morning, as you can see here. We tested it up here. This is our anchor chart. We tested it and came off of it pretty aggressively and then started to grind our way back up here. If we get back up above this previous day's high, I'm going to be perma bullish until we test this resistance. So there's a little bit of room there for us to go ahead and trade to the long side, about 300 ticks worth. So we got plenty of room here to trade back to the upside. If it wants to pull back, be a little bit careful inside today's range, guys. It's a big range. There's a lot going on here. You see how it tested the highs, and then we chopped around here in the middle, tested the lows. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. You have the highs, you have the lows, and then look at all this price activity. Look at all this slop and chop we had right in the middle of today's range. That's going to make for a tough and difficult market to day trade if you're not outside of that range. So be very careful, guys, inside tomorrow's range, because that would be one that would just suck you up here. You notice here a lot of bars are one green, one red, one green, one red, one green, one red. That makes for a very difficult market, and I've seen so many people get chopped around whenever the market starts to do that. So watch out for tomorrow's market if it stays inside today's range. If it does that, look to fade the highs, fade the lows, keep it inside the range. If it breaks out of today's range, go with it. Pretty simple. So that's it, guys. Not going to go into too much depth because we were extremely quiet in the trading room today. Took one trade. Looking back on it, I'm very grateful for the plan I put together because there wasn't much there for me today. And the good note is, after you look back at something in hindsight, I'm not a hindsight trader, but looking back in hindsight, I'm saying, man, I don't see too many opportunities here that meets my plan that I had going into today. And I took one trade. Pat yourself on the back. Good job, Adam. You didn't force anything. If it's not there, don't force it and just wait. Now I have all my capital. I preserved my capital going into tomorrow, and now I can think clearly and try to get some more opportunities tomorrow. So that's it, guys. Hope you are able to pick up something on these nightly videos. But if you have any questions, get a hold of me, adam@directiontrader.com. If not, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video.